Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for EU4 as we continue our run here with the Apache Nation. Currently, or it's not the Apache, sorry, the Navajo Nation. The Apaches are right here. The Navajo Nation, which is an Apache tribe of sorts, but we are the Navajo Federation as well. Got that going. It is starting to build back up. We're actually above 50%. Yeah, or 50, whatever. I don't know if it's percent or whatnot, but we're at least going up in that area, which is feeling pretty good. And then other than that, we are just still trying to figure out how all of this works as a migratory tribe. I did just realize that as soon as we crossed this little border right here, we did, or I guess it was this one, we did shift into a different trade node, and I didn't realize that. I don't know if there's any actual value in collecting from our current trade node or not. If it increases anything, what can we see? We can go over here to trade. We're at 0.11. Well, 0.81 probably a better way to look at it. Let's collect from this trade node and see if... Doesn't really matter, I don't think. Let's see if that makes any difference at the turn of the month. All right, so there's the turn of the month. Oh yeah, we were at 0.81, now we're at 0.88. So yeah, we're definitely collecting from that trade node. Has made a tiny bit of a difference. That's good to know. So we'll continue that going for sure. Anything changed with our force limit or anything like that? I doubt it, right? There's no way. Nah. But one thing we would probably like to do is build the building that increases our force limit, because that might get us into a place where we have 9. We'd be able to defend off against some of these guys unless they for sure ganged up on us. So something to consider with that. But for now, we're just going to play it out, I guess. Let things kind of roll. Still sitting on the reform. I mean, again, I could still go for this manpower boost, but we're still currently stronger. Actually, we're quite a bit stronger than our other guys, so I don't feel super... doesn't feel like it's super critical right this second to go for that, other than just, obviously, manpower is always good. The only other one I would think about getting is this one right here, the tribal development growth, which is 0.02, which we're currently gaining 0.02 from the grazing, so, and very small amount from the so the diplomatic category will grow by 0.007. Grazing is 0.02. Does that mean it would double that? Because we get the grazing and then would get the other thing? That might be a thing. Although we do currently have... what am I looking for? We do currently have our 3 relations, right? We have good relations with the Apache down here. We have good relations with the, Isleta, which is these guys, and we have relations with the Acoma. So, even though we're not in this federation, we're allied with 2 of the federation members. So that makes me feel a little bit better about things, I guess. You currently have presumably allies. Yeah, you're allied with you're actually allied with our other halves, and as well as these guys down here. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know what the best move here is. Alternatively, coming down here, there's several that are looking pretty good. Getting more admin power and ability to make cheaper... I mean, there's not a lot of land for us to add, to be fair. Unless we were to come through here and come over this way somehow. Which maybe that is the right move. I don't know. What I might do is come to here and see if we can steal their land. If we can steal their land, maybe we do make a punch through here and start taking some land from people. If not, our only other option to gain land would be come up this way. It's weird that we can't get anything from up here. It's very strange that's considered a wasteland. Because there's, I mean, there's definitely settlements over here in the United States, for sure, especially around the lake and stuff like that. But yeah. Like, our only option would be, like I said, to swing around this way at some point. Although a lot of this is already claimed, isn't it? Yeah, a lot of this is already claimed. I mean, the other alternatives would be... So the monthly reform progress modifier. So we'd just be able to reform quicker. which is interesting. There's the settle down. Warband. It's interesting. So both of these allow migration. This one actually just allows us to settle down straight up. Interesting. I mean, it feels like moving up the tiers is better than going sideways, if at all possible. Despite the fact that I do think some of these other ones are nice to have. So, something to think about. Is there a 100 gold building we would want over saving up for the 200 gold? So Longhouse. I mean, it gets us more reform progress as well. Storehouse. And production efficiency is usually pretty good. Tribal development growth. I mean, that's 200 gold though, but that does feel like a really strong one. Advisor cost, I do like that one as well. Because then we might actually be able to grab an advisor. Of course, the land force limit as well. So there's several 200 gold ones. There might be one 100 gold one that I just really like. I say gold, ducats. You know what I mean. Assuming we'll be able to get Diplo tech here in just a moment. Which will allow us to have ships. Yay! Obviously that's completely useless in some ways, but, you know, it's a thing. Level 3 does give us more trade efficiency. Again, not huge because trade is not really a big deal right now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is the right move going for these techs or not, but it feels like we gotta advance what we can. Maybe there's other things we could be spending our stuff on. All right, we're not too far away from being able to reform our government for the 100 points. How are we doing over here? It's 55.8, still going up. Good. Really need to get that to 100 for sure. Does this spend 100 cohesion? And then we have to build it back up again or something? Monthly Federation favor growth? It's different from this, so... I mean, the Federation Offensive Wars might be worth something. But our Federation is pretty small, to be fair. Honestly, the tribal development growth might just be better early on. Don't know. What is that saying when it pops up? Not seeing it in time. Any sign of Europeans yet? I mean, I don't think they'd be coming over this early, right? Oh, somebody has arrived. Okay. Right, 4 more months and we'll be able to grab a reform. We get Horse Ruler. Unless he dies before that. April, okay. tolerance for the truth faith goes down. With the arrival of cold weather, crops are not only the ones having trouble these days. Winter winds and rains are not merciful to our people. And so-and-so and so-and-so, who is our leader, is no exception. He has complained about a sharp pain in his throat and is completely incapable of talking. Even breathing seems to be a difficult task for him. Our greatest priests have been summoned to his presence and have repeatedly advised against him leaving the bed. However, singing is an important part of our religious ceremonies, and having our ruler indisposed will definitely take a toll on his reputation. So, yeah, we have a faith hit, I guess. How old is he? 35. I mean, maybe old at this point in time, but overall, fairly young. Are we at 100? No, 99. Oh, we got a technology ability. Goodness, I can't talk. More agents discovered, which I did say I was going to start sending some agents out. I guess we're going to keep going with this. I mean, is the Apache? Yeah, the Apache are up to 222. These guys are up to 121, 222. So, I mean, we're going to hold serve. You know, maintain pace with them, if you will. So I guess we'll grab that. I mean, it does increase our trade range, for what that's worth. Does that mean, by any chance, that we can... Yeah, we just don't have a presence here, so there's nothing we could do here, right? I guess this trade node is... No, it's actually less. So I thought it was more. I was reading it wrong. So it is actually less than the other one. Oof. Oh, really? Losing the government reform progress feels really bad. Losing stability feels really bad. I don't really want to gain corruption either, even though it does go down. If it wasn't for this government reform that we'd lose two months from being able to do something, I might go that route. I think we have to go for the stability. How much does it cost to raise stability again? It's more expensive now, isn't it? Or no? It was more expensive until we got the other things, and now I think it's gone back down, right? Yeah. It's a net gain of being cheaper because of religious sacrifices. I still feel like we want to go back up again. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't mind the corruption because it will go away. I just don't want the government reform progress to go away. That just... So I'm going to take this. It's not ideal. I don't like that at all. But I guess we come right back into here. And I guess we boost this back up because I feel like it's just always good to be at +1. We can enact a government reform now. And I think we definitely want one of these things. I think that's our trigger to go ahead and move here. And the reason I'm saying that is because I want to see if we can steal these lands from the Apache. If we can, then I will potentially take the cheaper whatever, right? If we can't, then I will go with one of the other ones. Yes. Okay, so we cannot take this. At least not under current decisions. There might be a decision at some point that allows us to, but we cannot currently. That's fine. We'll sit here for a bit. We'll get some devastation on their stuff without hurting our own things for whatever that's worth. But we won't take the land tradition because I don't think there's any... I mean, other than the monthly admin power, obviously, that's good. But other than that, I don't know that that's what we're looking for. I like the infantry combat ability, but I don't think we're in a place to go to war with anybody, to be perfectly honest. If we still had the 3 people in the Federation, I might go that route. With only 2, I just don't think we can face off against anybody. Now, that doesn't mean they're not going to try and face off against us, to be fair. So maybe the monthly reform progress modifier going up so we can do more reforms more frequently is a good move. Now, this one I don't understand. It says it removes 140 of our government reform progress. Will this go up once we get to tier 2? Part of me is just tempted to just grab this just because the admin, but I'm going to go for this one. Maybe it's the right move. Maybe it's the wrong. I don't know. Okay, so it does go up. Good to know. And now we're gaining how much per tick? I guess we'll find out here in 1 month. Gain a skill 1 theologian. National risk goes down. It's 50% cheaper for us to employ. I might look at that here in a moment. I just wanted to see what this thing does. So it goes up by point. Okay, so it is 25% of the 0.5 that we're getting, which is 12.5% or 0.12, right? So that makes sense. Okay, that's fine. So really all that did was this got 40% more expensive. We're gaining 25% more. So it's still slower. It just makes it less painful in that sense. So whether that's the right move or not, I honestly don't know. I wish we could get more tribal lands, but we seem to be stuck other than going over here. Maybe it's the right move to come over here still and grab this tribal land while it's still available. Yeah, maybe that is the right move. Grab whatever tribal land we can while it's available. I think we're still okay just chilling here for a little bit, and then we'll move up to here afterwards, and then we'll make our way over to there. I don't think we have to rush it. We're actually partway towards the next technology. Honestly, we're a big chunk of the way towards the next technology at this point. We don't have a neighbor bonus yet, so maybe we wait for the neighbor bonus. I don't feel like we have to be ahead of them necessarily. Are we still in the same trade node? All of this is the same trade node until we get back up to this area. I'm probably making mistakes up, down, left, and right, to be perfectly honest, but I don't know. It's fun to learn. I suppose if we get to a point where we're just wiped out, then we'll have some knowledge that we can try again later. We're still the strongest. We are still the strongest, so we're still getting points there. We can build us something. Local goods produce modifier. That would increase our gold, but not by much, right? There's production efficiency and there's goods produced. Let's come in here for a second. So goods produced, we're actually currently getting livestock. So goods produced would be 50% more. Would that be 3 ducats from that? But we're only getting a portion of that, right? And then there's the other one was the production. So we're getting 0.57 goods produced. Okay, I see that. And devastation is definitely dinging that down pretty regularly, right? So there's that. There's our production efficiency. So it's at 1%. So if we were to grab... Where was it? Plus 50%. So that would put us at, presumably... I don't know what that would put us at, actually. Either way, we're not getting a lot of money from this. I'm still tempted to grab one of these, because usually gold is... More gold is just how you speed other things up, right? And the best way for me to remember how these things work is just to try them and see what it does. I thought it used to tell us like how much gold each thing would give us. I'm not seeing that anywhere. .35. I'm curious. I'm kind of curious now just to see what this does. We do also need the Three Sisters field thing at some point. So let's go for this one. Oh, here we go. 0.05. Gotcha. Okay, what about this one? 0.04. Okay. I thought it told us somewhere. Alternatively, what's province governing cost? Is that on here somewhere? If I were to click this, I don't know if it will give us a pop-up or not. I don't see governing costs here. I'm kind of curious now. Okay, so it doesn't say anything there. Governing cost in the treasury section? Governing cost would be the expense, right? Yeah, I don't see it. Unless it's state maintenance. Which if that's the case, it's not that high, right? Still been dropped. I've still been dropped down on the... Honestly, at this point, maybe we just go all the way down. Get as much gold coming in as possible. It may mean we're easy to pick up. Well, I feel like they would look at us and say, you know what? You're easy to pick on. Let's grab you right now. I'm just going to stay around that 1. It's probably irrelevant. It probably makes no difference whether I stay at the 1 or not, but it makes me feel better. I just don't like being all the way down right next to these guys that could just jump on us at any time. All right, I think we're going to go for 3 fields because it will... oh, there's where it shows us the gold on here. Where it will just make us be able to buy more stuff sooner, later, right? We'll get more gold over time. For what it's worth. Alright, lose Diplo favor. We gain absent merchant for 10 years. Trade power goes down. I think losing trade power is probably not the end of the world. What do we actually see our trade power? I see global trade power. Oh, that's trade range. Trade power. Our current trade power is 10. If we were to get rid of this, we would lose 10, basically. So we would have no trade power. We would lose 0.16 duck. Honestly, 10 Diplo power is probably fine to lose in that case. One thing I did want to check real quick was, what was it? Oh, that advisor that we can grab. What was it? Diplo? No, it wasn't this one. It was this one because he's half price. National unrest. We don't want to lose that much. I mean, yeah, it's great. I would love to get to that point, but we're just... No, we're not making enough gold to justify any advisors right now. Gain some stability or gain some prestige. Gain a skill 2 artist. Stability cost modifier. Which we'd have to recruit, which we're not going to. So gaining just some stability is just ultimately better. Come on, cohesion. We just need more people. I guess I can keep looking. Oh, you came closer. Nice. Any of these guys want to join our federation? Probably not, right? Why would they? I mean, I can join the Apache Federation still. Which weirdly... I mean, if we were the strongest, we could eventually lower this to 0 and then become the leader of the Apache Federation. I don't know. That would take so long, though. I don't know if that's really to our benefit at the end of the day. Did our thing get built? I guess it did. I don't feel like we got any extra... that much extra money. I guess this isn't really that much, to be fair. But, whatever. Sad thing was we've not been in any wars at all, which means we could have lowered our maintenance this entire time. Just worried if our maintenance is too low, right, then we go to war, then they can jump us before our maintenance gets built back up again, and then we're just instantly wiped out. Now, we're probably instantly wiped out anyway, because we're not exactly the strongest in the world, but... we gain a claim on Hopata. Or we could just lose some prestige. I don't really like the idea of losing some prestige. This is Zuni. Zuni's right here, right? So Hopata is this one over here. You can claim a claim on this. There's no way we're ever declaring war on these guys, right? Because they have allies, and we don't. Well, we do have allies, but they're just not ever going to want to join with us. Especially since 2 of them are allied with him. So yeah, this is just never going to happen. Do they like us at all right now? No, they hate us. And so this doesn't go ahead anymore. So honestly, I'd rather just not lose the prestige. So grabbing this, we're not going to trigger this or anything like that. We're not going to go for this, but it's basically no penalty, it looks like. Yeah, I know I have uncontested claims. It's fine. We're not going to do anything about those. All right, so I do want to migrate again soonish. Possibly after we gain this technology, since we are at least as much of a discount as we're going to get for a while. Okay, skill 2 trader. Yay. Trade efficiency. Yay. But we're not going to grab anybody like that. Again, we can't afford it. A lot of nothing going on, huh? All right, pause. We broke our alliance. How did we break our alliance? Why did we break our alliance? Are they about to, like, declare on us? Or is it because we've been sitting on their stuff for so long that we finally broke our alliance with them? I don't want to break our alliance. Oh, see, yeah, grazing in tribal land. Yeah, okay, good to know. Oh, we can move. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, we can get out of Dodge. In fact, I probably will just do that before we get the technology. We're close to the technology. We're close enough. We'll get out of your land, buddy. I'm sorry. I wondered if there was a penalty. I just didn't see it anywhere. So we'll grab that. That should help us to start improving our relations with you again. So we're at max improved relations right now. And the grazing tribal land will go away. So eventually we'll be able to ally them again. Okay. That's fine. Again, I was curious. Now we know. Fair enough. Anybody else that could join our federation at all? Offer these guys an alliance. For what that's worth. Obviously you hate us. You hate us. Already allied with you guys. Guess we could be allied with you, but you're already in our federation, so I don't think there's a value in that. I could be wrong. Yeah, well, hold up. I'd like to get the Apache back just because they're, you know, our type of people, I suppose. Do we want to come over here and start claiming this land? I mean, I suppose as long as there's land left to claim, we should just grab it. Because whenever we become a nation, it'll all just be our stuff. So I suppose that is a thing. All right, before I get too carried away, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in there. When we come back, I will very likely go ahead and just zip over here. And we'll just, like I said, we'll grab as much land as we can at some point. Wait a minute. Could you... Oh, we can invite you to our federation. Yes. We're going to do that right now. Because why not? Cool. So now our federation is a little bit bigger. I mean, they're not Apache, but at least helps us a little bit. Cool. So we got us another federation member. Awesome. I didn't even see those guys. Well, I mean, I saw them, but I wasn't thinking about them this whole time because they're pretty far away. All right, we'll go ahead and put a cut in there. When we come back, more expansion, more whatever. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.